Achieving high-definition water clarity and long-term coral health relies on efficient chemical filter media. A dedicated media reactor is the best tool for this. In this guide, we are walking through the complete installation of a BRS media reactor. We will cover the plumbing, loading, and tuning required to ensure your system runs without leaks or fine media dust. This side-by-side comparison shows the differences between the standard and deluxe models. The deluxe version features thicker plastic, a molded top with an integrated air purge valve, and built-in push-connect fittings to reduce potential leak points. To begin, you will need your reactor kit, 2 buckets for rinsing, and a very sharp razor blade or RO tube cutter. Identifying your model and gathering these specific tools now prevents the common installation errors that lead to frustrating leaks or ruined media. Step 1 is to prepare the pump. Take the threaded push-connect adapter and screw it into the sissy pump output. You must hand tighten this fitting. As shown here, never use metal tools or a wrench, as you will likely crack the plastic threads or the pump housing. Now, attach the 4 rubber vibration dampening feet to the base of the pump. Use steady pressure and a slight wiggle until they click into place. For push-connect fittings to seal correctly, the tubing requires a perfectly clean, flat cut. This cross-section shows the risk of using standard scissors. Scissors crush and deform the tube, whereas a razor blade leaves a perfect circle that creates a seamless seal against the internal O-ring. Push your output tubing firmly into the reactor lid until it seats. Cut the tube so the end sits just below the water line in your sump. This prevents the noise of splashing water. Measure and cut your input line, then install the flow control ball valve halfway between the pump and the reactor lid. By utilizing tool-free assembly and making perfectly flat cuts, you have established the foundation for a leak-free plumbing system. To set up for activated carbon, unscrew the canister and remove the inner cartridge. Place 1 sponge partway down into the cartridge. Activated carbon is a soft, friable material. If the granules are allowed to tumble, they will grind against each other and turn into a fine black powder. To prevent this, your carbon must be tightly packed. Add your measured media and insert the second sponge firmly on top. This vertical cutaway illustrates how the carbon remains stationary even as water flows upward through the cartridge. Before placing the reactor in your sump, rinse the carbon. Place the pump in a bucket of clean water and run the output into a waste bucket until the water runs clear. Now move the assembly into your sump. Because carbon does not need to tumble, you can set the ball valve to the fully open position. Totally immobilizing the media within the cartridge prevents the creation of carbon dust that would otherwise settle throughout your display tank. When running granular ferric oxide, or GFO, you must take the opposite approach. Completely remove both sponges from the inner cartridge. GFO is extremely dusty. Ensure the ball valve is completely closed before you plug the pump into your rinsing bucket. Slowly open the valve until the water begins to flow. Continue rinsing until the rusty-colored output water runs clear into your waste bucket. Move the rinsed reactor into your sump to begin dialing in the final flow rate. This is too much flow. The GFO granules are violently flying upward and will eventually escape the cartridge and enter your reef. This is your target. This gentle, simmering tumble on the top surface of the media keeps the granules from clumping without grinding them down. This precise flow rate prevents the GFO from cementing into a solid brick, while keeping abrasive dust out of your system. Once the reactor is running, perform a final physical check for leaks around the push-connect fittings and the canister lid. Look for 0 microbubbles at the output and listen for quiet operation. Both are indicators of a successful installation. Maintenance timing depends on the media. This timeline shows that activated carbon typically depletes in about 4 weeks, while GFO can last anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, depending on your phosphate levels. If you found this walkthrough helpful, subscribe and visit the channel for more step-by-step reefing guides. By mastering these assembly and tuning techniques, you have ensured your chemical filtration operates at maximum efficiency. You are now set up to maintain a cleaner, healthier marine ecosystem with minimal effort.